Okay, looks like I'm having a little issue with my camera. Let's see if it pop up. There we are. Sports fans, what's going on? It's Pistol Pete. How's everyone doing today? We have a lot of subjects to cover. First thing I want to talk about, let me know if you can hear me. Can everybody hear me? Let me see something. It's all brand new. It says I'm live, but I don't see what's going on here. Let me know if you can hear me. It looks like I'm having some issues trying to go live here. I don't know what's going on. Let me try and fix it. All right. I should be good now. Yes? All right. I should be good now. Yes? Still.
You're gonna need the microphone.
You don't hear me talking?
No.
I hear myself on there. I hear myself on there. Sorry, guys. Let me make sure it is working here. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Let me make sure Sorry, guys. 1 second. Nobody can see me? Where's Christopher and John and Brian? I'm live right now. It's telling me that I'm live. Look, I see myself. I'm right there. Try it again. I'm not getting responses or anything. Hold on, I'm sorry guys. If you can hear me or if you cannot, I'm not sure. Got 2 watching, I see. Thank you for being patient. Let me see here.
The camera is off?
I'm good on mine.
It's weird because we cannot see you.
Say hello if you can see me or hear me.
Matt says that he cannot hear you.
You can't hear me. It says waiting for Pistol Pete. I see that. You have to go to this and go again. You have to refresh it.
Get out.
Get out of your page. Once again, you're screwed. Because my chat's not even covering on this one, so I don't know what's happening here. Let me see.
No, we cannot see you.
I mean, it's go to my YouTube chat right here. Boom, pop up. You see? I'm there. What's up, Matt? My niece Liliana, what's up? Can you hear me? You see? I'm there. What's up, Matt? My niece Liliana, what's up? Can you hear me? You see? I'm there. What's up, Matt? My niece Liliana, what's up? Can you hear me? I'm good? All right. So lots of subjects to cover today. We got the first half of the Knicks season that just went down. We had the All-Star weekend. We have to go against Milwaukee on Thursday. There's a lot of rumors. Shut that light off, please. We have to go against Milwaukee on Thursday. There's a lot of rumors. Also, what we got going on here is Giants, New York Giants football. Kevin Zeitler has been cut, which was the guard that we got over from the Odell Beckham Jr. trade. He was been cut to save cap space. We need to replace him going forward. My suggestion would be through the draft. A lot of people want to get a skills position, whether it's a wide receiver or a or tight end. Kyle Pitts has been mentioned, Jalen Waddle. There's been a lot of Micah Parsons is a good linebacker the Giants might pick up. My suggestion is that we have to protect Daniel Jones because it doesn't matter what skills positions we acquire. If we don't get a good offensive line to block for him, you saw what happened in the Super Bowl. Tampa Bay went after Kansas City and destroyed Patrick Mahomes. He had no shot from beginning to end. So it doesn't matter who you have behind center. You must have a good offensive line. So people may not agree, but, we have the 42nd pick in the second round and we have the 11th pick in the first round, and we need a good O-line. So my suggestion would be you can move Nick Gates over. If you can find a center, we just need a good offensive lineman, a good guard to replace Kevin Zeitler going forward. The salary cap has been decreased. The Giants only have $182.5 million available. They made some cuts to increase their cap space. I don't like to go over numbers too much. I'll let the businessman handle that. Another thing I'd like to cover is there are some WWE fans out there. That's right, Pistol Pete is here for you. And any haters that a lot of people hate the Knicks. I don't care. They can hate the Knicks all they want. So let's talk about, let's see, we got Matt and Lily in the chat. So I'm just going to talk with Matt for a minute. What's going on, Matt? How are you today? You there? All right. Oh, little silent guy. It's all good. I do, when it comes to WWE, I watch it. It's fun. It's more like it's like a soap opera for men. Yes, it's scripted. A lot of people say it's fake, but injuries aren't fake. Those guys are really athletic. They put their bodies on the line to perform for the audience. You're tired? What do you mean you're tired? It's only like 7 o'clock out here. Or you must be working real hard. I get it. It's all good. Hope everything's all well at home. Hope you're doing hope you're chilling. So with that being said, I do enjoy watching it. It is fun. I've been watching that since childhood, basically. Pretty much all of my stuff. My New York Giants, which you see above me, childhood. New York Knicks, over to my, it would be my right, your left. That is my squad right there. If you look down right below the Knicks, you'll see my little bubble there. That is my Pistol Pete 79. That's my little emblem. You see the little Mickey Mouse hands for the kids out there. It's pretty cool. Pistol Pete basically just fires back at all the haters that don't like our channel. Let's see what we got in the chat right now. What about that beef between Orton and Soulja Boy? All right, well, Soulja Boy is trash. Come on, he had that one track back in the day. Soulja Boy did the whole song. You know, the funny part about Orton and Soulja Boy is the fact of Soulja Boy will never come on to WWE. They already ruined that because he might hurt himself. We do have celebrity guests that come in. I think AEW had Shaq come in there one time and he got thrown through a table. That was a lot of fun to watch. It's just really, to me, it's lots of fun. It's entertainment. It's what it is. Orton and Soulja Boy. Well, Orton, he's coming to his own right now. Like Randy Orton is coming towards the end of his career. I love how he's being booked. He is like this whole possession thing with Alexa Bliss, and then you have The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Obviously, he's off. He's not being booked at the moment. He is out on maternity leave or paternity leave. He just had a newborn child. Therefore, they kind of wrote him off the show temporarily, and Alexa Bliss is taking up for him. She's like the new Abigail girl, and she's doing these little black magic seances and having them, it's pretty cool. He's throwing up black blood and all this stuff. I like it. I like the darkness. It's a lot of fun. It brings a whole new aspect to the character going forward. Bobby Lashley is now the WWE champion. That's cool. I'm down with that too. I like the way he's just long time coming for that guy. He's an MMA fighter that crossed over to WWE just like Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar brought a lot of money in. I like the way he's being booked because they kind of shafted him throughout his career so far. So that's a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't really follow Orton or Soulja Boy on the beef on Twitter. I mean, it's pretty cool, but what do I have? What do I think they have planned for Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania? Well, I'm not sure how they're gonna book him, honestly. Well, Bobby Lashley going for the chip. Who's gonna go against Bobby Lashley? That remains to be seen. I don't really have a good booking for him. Maybe, they're setting up where they have Sheamus and Drew McIntyre going against each other, but I think it should be one of those two. It should be Drew going for his rematch on his title. So, personally, I think it should be Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre as the co-main event. It's going to be Edge and Roman Reigns as the main event. That's my opinion. I don't see any other way. There's no other booking because, Elimination Chamber, Drew McIntyre lost the title to The Miz through the Money in Bank cash-in, and then he dropped it to him. Bobby Lashley came up and he booked him and destroyed The Miz the last two Raws, so now it's, Bobby Lashley. Sheamus is jumping in. Maybe they'll do a triple threat. That'd be cool. Have a triple threat Sheamus and Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley. That'd be a good one. So, yeah. Back to the New York Knicks. All right, so they're 19-18 coming out of the break. They do have Milwaukee coming up they're playing in Milwaukee. That'll be at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is a really good test for this team. They are well rested. We are still missing our starting center, Mitchell Robinson, due to a fractured hand. I don't think he'll be back for another couple of weeks. Nerlens Noel has been filling in. He's been doing a phenomenal job. I give hats off to that man. Got to put respect on his name. He's handling his business. He just has bricks for hands. Like, there's too many times where our guards infiltrate the defense. They they take the ball to the hole. They pass it off to him, and he bobbles the ball. Like, he needs to, I don't know, throw some tape on his hand or something, some glue. You remember that movie, The Little Giants, from Rick Moranis and all that? And he put the little tar on the kid's hand to catch the ball. He needs to do something like that because this is unbelievable. The easiest passes, he just fumbles them out of bounds. But his defense is on point. Man, he can play D. He's got a lot of steals. His blocks per game is almost at 2. RJ Barrett is coming into his own. He's actually has been a little more consistent the last few games. His points per game are up around 16.5 points a game. They're talking about trading him. Don't trade RJ Barrett. Come on. How many times do we have to go through this when this New York team, the New York Knicks, everyone's so impatient. We start winning, and then all of a sudden, there's all these trade rumors flying around, and we sell off all our assets. We have like 1 million first-round picks in the next few years. We can use that to our advantage. Why trade away our young core players now? So there's 3 players on the Knicks team that I feel are currently untradeable. Okay? Well, you can make it 4 if you really want to be stingy. RJ Barrett's number 1. He's 20 years old. Keep him. Right? Number 2 would be Emmanuel Quickly. I like the way he plays as a hybrid guard. He's not a natural point guard. It's going to take time to him get acclimated to that position. But when he played with Derrick Rose, when Elfrid Payton was out, and they came off the second unit, that tandem, they did well. Derrick Rose ran the point, and they alternated ball handling throughout the games. Derrick Rose being out due to COVID protocol, that really hurt us. But Alfred Payton is back. He's balling out. And the next guy I would say Julius Randle. I want Julius to be, if he continues to play this way, we need a power forward like him. He's not tradable to me either. So we have Julius Randle. I want to keep and extend. RJ Barrett, I want to keep throughout his rookie contract. We'll discuss an extension for him based on his play up until his rookie contract is over. And as well as Manuel Quickly, he is a rookie, he's just getting started. A lot of people are hating on Obi Toppin. Well, Obi Toppin's a Brooklyn native. He's 23 years old. So everyone thinks he's supposed to be NBA ready. Remember what team he came from? He was drafted by Dayton. Playing with Dayton, he could do whatever he wants on the court. And he tried to take that into the NBA, and it's not working out for him. He needs to play closer to the basket. He has ball handling troubles. He gets stripped a lot. He doesn't have good peripheral vision on anybody coming in. He's more of a setup guy where the least amount of dribbles possible, the better for him. I think he hangs around the perimeter too much and shoots too many threes. That's my opinion. Sometimes he hits them, and then he misses them by a mile, like I was saying on one of my other videos. He's not ready for that. He needs to practice it. I think he needs to play a little closer to the rim, as in like a post-up pick and roll where he rolls off the pick rolls off the screen, goes to the basket to hit him for an easy bucket. If they hit him in the post, he has good moves. He can take advantage of a lot of these guys. He's a lot of athleticism and his moves in the post. He can take advantage. So he should be doing that. That's what I have for the Knicks. I do see them having some struggles in the second half. I don't see them going off like they did in 2013, winning 18 in a row. I don't see that yet. They have too many slow starts. They're too inconsistent and young from the offensive side of the ball. But their defense is number one in the league. Number one in the league. So they have that locked down. Keep doing what they're doing on defense. Have they been exposed a couple of games? Yeah, because they're late on rotations. There's too many guys shooting open threes. They'll be working on that. I trust the process. I trust Tom Thibodeau. I trust Mike Woodson. Those two guys, they're my coaches. And I understand that a lot of fans and a lot of people watching say it's all about the players. But this just goes to show and prove that it's not just about the players. You got to be able to coach the team. You need to establish a culture because we're virtually the same exact team as we were last year, and we only won 17 games last year total. We're at 19 already, and all we did was change the coaches. So you got to throw respect on the name of the coaches. It's just like football. It's a team sport. You got to build the culture. You got to build time. Hey, Entertainer Talking Sports. What's up, my man? How you doing, Entertainer? I'm so glad to see you pop in. It's my first live stream. Thanks for popping in. That's cool. Thank you, Entertainer. This guy right here, the best play-by-play on YouTube. So if you guys like play-by-play, hit him up. He streams all Knicks games. He does Giants games. He has a partner, a Bad Dog, that does Giants games as well. Those guys are awesome at play-by-play. Be sure to check them out. He drops a lot of knowledge when it comes to the business aspect of the sports that he follows, whether it's Knicks, Giants, Mets, etc. Let's see what Entertainer's got to say today. Oh, yeah, I know, right? Let's go, Nick. Let's go. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I'm so excited for the second half of the season. We got to get it. We got to drop some buckets. I want to hear buckets all night, right, Taina? Book it, book it, book it. That's what I want to see. So, yeah, speaking of which, since Taina's in here, you were talking about earlier about the guard, Zeitler, being cut on the Giants, right? My opinion is this. No, it's not popular, right? If we can sign a wide receiver one in free agency for a reasonable price, why not draft a guard in one of the first 2 rounds to replace Kevin Zeitler, whether it's the 11th pick or the 42nd pick? Because it just goes to show. I was talking about it earlier. I wasn't sure if you were here or not. I was talking about how the Super Bowl game, as an example, Pat Mahomes got handled. He got his butt kicked all game long. And why? When some of the offensive linemen were out, they couldn't block for him. It doesn't matter how good you are behind the center. If you don't have blocking, you can't do anything. And Daniel Jones needs all the help he can get. So this cap situation is a mess. A lot of teams are going through it. I think some players need to, take pay cuts. Sorry, guys. A lot of us took pay cuts, like in real life. Like people took pay cuts. They lost their jobs due to the pandemic. Like businesses are hurting. So that's just my opinion. We'll see what happens going forward. This is a very exciting free agency. Facts. If you don't have the house, you can't win. Exactly. Oh, Die Hard's in here. All right, Die Hard. What's up? Hey, what's going on? Thanks for popping in the stream. So back to the Knicks real quick. It's very exciting. It's a big test for them next week and the following week. I want to see them when Mitchell Robinson comes back. I know tomorrow we got the Milwaukee. We're playing in Milwaukee. Milwaukee's having an revenge game. They're going to come strong because they got embarrassed. I think we beat them by 36 points. So that'll be extremely exciting. I look forward to popping on the Entertainer stream for the live play-by-play. But when Mitchell Robinson does come back and we have Derrick Rose healthy, and I want to see this team in full force, what we can do, because we got to make this push towards the playoffs. We got to make it happen. These trades, slow down, everybody. Victor Oladipo, no, he'll be a rental. What's the point of trading for him and just so he can sign up in Miami, right? And then you have what we were also talking about, Terry Rozier from Charlotte. Now, I understand that the Knicks have a very offensive isolation team this year, right? Under Tom Thibodeau, Mike Woodson, it's a lot of iso ball, and it's hit the open man, right? So I'm not sure about Terry Rozier because he only has 4 assists a game. So that could be a lot of contributing factors. It could be because the players are not hitting their shots, or he's not trusting his team. And if we can get him and not really get rid of our assets, I'll take it just to see. But I'm not big on his ball distribution. Another one, Lonzo Ball. They're talking about grabbing Lonzo Ball. Man, I don't care if there's a hula hoop as a basket. He's not going to hit the shot. So he's no threat from the outside. Let him work on his shots first. He's a great facilitator, but he's no threat. So under Tom Thibodeau and Mike Woodson offense, the point guard is so important. They have to slash. They have to attack. But if you're not a threat, like look what happened to Elfrid Payton. How many times throughout the season so far has he missed layups in critical spots? Or he bricked it from, 10 feet out, from 15 feet out, and open shots. If they don't respect him, that gives the rest of the defense on the opposing squad to double, triple, and get on top of the other guys that need to get open that can actually hit shots. So, Terry Rozier, I'm on the fence. I'm like this. I'm not sure. Yeah, exactly, Tana. You're right. You got to be able to shoot from deep. He's a good facilitator, but that's it. And we really get him. He'd be a pretty decent backup, I suppose, but not to start. I like his brother, LaMelo Ball. That kid could ball out. Like, LaMelo Ball could shoot much better. If it was anybody, if I was to pick one of the Ball brothers, I'd want Melo to join the next team, not Lonzo. So those are the trade. Oh, Karl Anthony Towns. Everybody's been talking about Karl Anthony Towns. The mainstream media drives me nuts. I understand it's the New York media and they're just trying to create content, get readers to come in, but have some substance. I'm not a professional media person. I'm just a fan, but have some substance to what you're talking about. They're just recycling the same stuff over and over, and it's getting tiresome. Karl Anthony Towns had the opportunity to sign with us. He decided to sign an extension, and then Saunders was fired. Is Tom Thibodeau open to get some new guys and open to have these players come on? Yeah, of course he's open to it, but let's not sell off with the guys that we're developing now. Like, we're so young. Let's keep it moving. Let's add to our team, not take away. We made that mistake in 2013. Well, before that. It was before 2013, obviously, when Melo came over from Denver. Melo already stated he wanted to come to New York, right? That was such a terrible move. Why get rid of 5, 6 of our guys and just have Melo by himself? What was the rush? We could have just waited another season. Mike D'Antoni, I believe, was the coach at the time when we got Melo. Like, it just it just didn't make sense. So I just hope the front office had learned their lesson and going forward, not make these same mistakes. I was saying earlier, we got 1 million freaking first round picks. Let's use them, you know? Yes, exactly. It is why people come to YouTube. And just so everybody knows, Tana is someone that inspired me to start my own YouTube channel. I mean, this guy is awesome. Bad Dog is awesome. Nick DeWick, you know, some of the moderators on there, they were telling me that to start doing my own channel. So this is my first stream, so it's pretty exciting. We also got Mets season coming up. Who's down for the Mets? Let's get it. This Mets team is going to be beast. Let's just hope that Lindor doesn't falter like the other stars that come over. They tend to come over and we have big expectations for them on the offensive side, and they all of a sudden don't know how to swing a bat. You know, the first memory I have of that happening was Bobby Bonilla. Do you know we still pay Bobby Bonilla $1 million or $2 million, whatever it is a year? I think we're paying him for the next 11 years. Like, when is this guy going to get off the payroll? You know, like, he came over and everyone was like, yeah, Bobby Bo, Bobby Bo, Bobby Bo. And he was a mess. All of a sudden he came to New York, he forgot how to bat. That happens so many times. Same thing with, what's his name? I can't believe I can't remember his name. He brought the Mets to the 2015. I gotta look it up right now. I can't believe his name. He's so irrelevant right now that Cespedes, Yoenis Cespedes. Same thing happened with him. He came over, was beast, and all of a sudden became a diva. Now he's hurt all the time. I don't even know if he's on a squad anymore. He's off the roster. You know, and he did well when he was there, but being there is what's important. Steve Cohen should just cut that guy now. And yeah, right? Really, exactly. Facts, Tina, facts. Die Hard saying something right now. I'm looking forward to the Yankee season. Can't wait till Sanchez is off the damn team. Yeah, I mean, everyone, you know, the Yorkers, we're tough on our teams. We're definitely tough on our squads. The front office, you know, I don't know why. They make illogical, irrational decisions, and they falter to the pressure of the media. You know, some of these guys in the front office should jump on some of our YouTube chats because we're actually fans. We know the pulses of our teams. We know what's best for our teams for the most part. A lot of us think of our heart, like me. I was like, keep everyone on the Giants, keep Zeitler. It's impossible. They don't have the money available. But baseball, there's no salary cap. So I don't understand what's going on when we have these guys come on and sign them to these contracts that are balloons that is insane, and then they come over, especially when they come to New York, and they are horrible. It's like, that's why New York is so tough to play for, and that is why when you win in New York, it is huge. You own the city, you own the sport itself. People from all over the world love New York, right? You know, and we have that grind. You know, everybody thinks sports, they think New York, and, you know, LA is another famous city. There's some other cities out there that are pretty decent, but the biggest markets are by far LA and New York. And I think a lot of players are scared. They're scared to come over. You know, they go to these other teams where it's nice and relaxed, and, you know, they can do good, they can do bad, and the team's like, hey! Not in New York. If you're horrible, we're going to let you hear about it. And that's what it is, and you know, I guess a lot of players, you know, they're in it for the money. They're not in it to win. You know, and that's the sad part. You know, it's with the salaries that are so high that they tend to forget where they come from. They forget what it is to be competitive and to win. And the guys that tend to be in the Hall of Famers, the biggest winners, I got to put respect on his name. For example, Tom Brady, to me, is the GOAT right now. And I say that because he just proved he was not a system quarterback. And that was my biggest criticism against him. All the years of his career, I was like, Tom Brady's decent. He's a good quarterback, but it's Bill Belichick. It's his team. It's his coaching tree that is bringing it out. Come to find out, Tom Brady did his thing. So I want to start jumping in the chat real quick. Love the passion. Thank you. Oh, passion is something that I do not lack. I don't lack passion. I'm very passionate about everything I do. You know, hopefully I get called back to work soon when I work for Park MGM. I am one of the sous chefs for this restaurant called Italy. They're actually come from Italy, so it's EATALY, and it's pretty cute because it's Italy and eat at the same time. They They're only able to afford to hire the upper management and the cooks. I'm middle. But I don't want to get into that. All I'm saying is that, yes, passion comes with everything you do. I'm passionate about cooking. I'm passionate about the food I create. And I love eating. That's part of the reason why I've gained like 30 pounds during the pandemic. I was actually pretty slim and in shape. And now I have to, go on a high protein, low carb diet. I have to exercise and, get back to the way I was. I kind of looked at myself the other day and I said, man, what happened to you, Pete? What happened to Pistol Pete? So, yeah, I don't have any haters in the chat yet, but when I do, that's when Pistol Pete throws the two guns up. I fire back at him. I'm not sensitive. A lot of people don't like this team. So when they do good, no matter how good they do, everyone is always like, oh, Knicks suck. If the Knicks win 60 games, you're going to say the same thing. It doesn't even matter. So I guess if we have a 2-win record for the season or a 10-win record for the season, or we have 60 wins, we're still horrible. I love it. Bring it on. I'm here for you. It's lots of fun. There was a dude just the other day on Twitter. I'm not gonna throw shade on his name, but there was a dude on Twitter that tried to fry me because I said I was talking about Philadelphia Eagles and I said they'll be lucky to get 3 wins next year. And he said, "Oh yeah, something about Giants and they're gonna be lucky to get 3 wins." I'm like, really? That's all you have for me? I said, jump on my live stream. I want to hear what you're talking about, Philly Nation, because you got Jalen Hurts as your quarterback. You really think you're gonna win more than 3 games with Jalen Hurts? Maybe. But he can't throw to save his life. A guy could be 4 yards down the field and he's going to throw it in the dirt. He's going to overthrow him over his head. Like, I don't know what his deal is, but he needs to work on his arm. And he should have been doing that behind Carson Wentz. Like, when they drafted him, he should have been working on his arm. He's dangerous. He actually has a lot of potential, but man, he has no arm. He has no arm at all. And that's not really cool. A lot of people want to throw shade at Daniel Jones. I'm sorry. I love Daniel Jones. I know he's rough and he had a lot of fumbles and it's been quite confusing for him. But remember, we brought him in at the end of the Eli era. And what did he do to Eli the last 5 years of his career? He snapped the ball, sacked. Snapped the ball, had to run for his life. Every single time. It's like... So now he's getting older and he was getting beat up. Now he's unsure and can't trust his own players. He can't trust his own team. So they even try to bring in Ben McAdoo and says, let's change the way he drops there to do a 3-step drop and a quick West Coast offense screens and just do 3-yard passes. That's frustrating too because you still got to move the ball down the field. We need a deep threat, but you have to have time, right? Like a guy can't run 40 or 30 yards down the field, especially against the defense in a live game. I understand they have these 40-yard compound, when they do the combine and they do the 40-yard dashes. What does that mean? The guy's fast. And can he run a route? Can he read the defense along with the quarterback at the same time and they make eye contact going pre-snap and he know where he's going to be? Because every offense is all about timing. It's all about timing. So Daniel Jones will throw a ball to a spot, but if the player's not there, what happens? A pick, incomplete pass, things of that. So from the stuff I'm seeing for Daniel Jones, when he does have time and he actually does get the ball down the field, he's very accurate. Very accurate. Obviously there's some passes that he rushes and he tends to, misses guys. That's going to happen. He's young. He came from Duke. Wasn't a Division I top school, one of those SEC teams, and in the limelight all the time. He was Duke. Like everyone's like, who's Duke? Like Duke, really? But I see the reason why the Giants picked him up. He just has to tune his game up. He has to trust his offensive line. Even if we don't get a wide receiver 1 this year, which we have to get. We have got to get a wide receiver 1. So if we could find a way to get Golladay, that's great. But like Tana was saying the other day in the chat, it's hard to manipulate the cap in your favor. You got to do a lot of restructuring. You got to cut a bunch of guys, and it's a mess right now. So really, that's why I don't like to talk about it because we don't know what's going to happen. But if you could block for your guys, Slayton can get open. He can get open. He's the deep threat. He had a couple passes down the field that way. But he just needs time. Daniel Jones needs 3 seconds, 3.5. Maybe sometimes, it's really late, but really good. Tom Brady sometimes had 4 seconds to throw the pass. He just sit back in the pocket and hang out, stand there like, okay, boom, and then drop it off. And it's frustrating, right? But if you snap the ball and you're on the run, that's an issue. And also, he's very indecisive when he came to whether to run the ball, throw the ball, become a pocket passer. He did have some injuries. He had a hamstring, I believe. Like we were also talking about this a few months ago with him, that when he came back from injury, it was too soon. But the Giants were trying to make a playoff push, But he got destroyed by Arizona. Oh, I felt so bad for him. But that boy is tough, and he got right up and kept playing. I got to give him that. He's got Eli toughness. Although he's missed some games, he does have Eli toughness because he just shrugs it off and keeps playing, But Eli was special. It's like, not that he was, I used to make a joke, but it was like a drunk driver. When you're drinking, right, and you go for a drive and you're drunk and you get into an accident, unfortunate, these things happen. They shouldn't happen, but they do. But you ever notice how the driver tends to survive all the time or have least amount of injuries? It's because their body is relaxed, right? They're so drunk they don't even know what the hell's going on. But when people tend to get scared, they stiffen up, which causes more injury. So you can take that and go into sports. And that's why Eli was able to play for so long and not get hurt. Like, he'd be relaxed. As soon as he gets hit, he'd just be like, Gumby was his other name. It was like a name I had for him. He'd just fold up and just fall down. And that's the part where it's important to know how to get hit, to know how to fall properly. And you can use that for any sport. Even in entertainment. We were talking about WWE earlier. Those guys out there, like, they know how to fall properly. They know what's going to happen ahead of time. But it's still fun to watch. I mean, athleticism on that. Those guys, some of the things those guys do are insane. So I do enjoy watching them as well. Let's see what we got going on here. I take the 7th at this point. Get Ingram out of here. Yeah, I know, Ingram. Oh, you going to bring up Ingram? If Tatum remembers, I think it was the first week, when the ball jumped off Evan Ingram and the guy and another team intercepted it. Right away, my first thing I said, I think Bad Dog picked it up. I was like, cut Ingram. And here's Bad Dog and Tatum. Like, yeah, here comes the cut Ingram chance. Yes. I did not like Ingram. I thought that was a big miss. Big miss for the on the Giants draft. Jerry Reese, man, that was the dumbest move ever. We could have picked up Patrick Mahomes, right? We could have picked up a couple other quarterbacks. We could have got Josh Allen. We could have picked anybody we wanted later on. I know Josh Allen, I'm sorry, he came with Saquon. But you guys get my point. Like Evan Ingram? Really? So I was like, this guy better be somebody good. He better be able to handle his business. Did they not see that he had drop problems in college? Did they not scout that? Like, who's the Giant scouts back in the day? Like, who's scouting them? Because based on the eye test alone from his rookie season, I was like, we got to get rid of this guy. I was hoping he could learn how to catch, but apparently he makes these spectacular catches. It's like, I don't want to get it. It's like he loses concentration. I think he's got like ADHD or something. You got to give him some Adderall just to focus on the game. He's all over the place, Daniel Jones will hit him right in the chest and hit him in the face. And he still drops the ball. Hit him right in the numbers. Drops the ball. Deflection. Ball goes in the air. Interception. Now, Daniel Jones threw another pick. Meanwhile, he could have won those games. He did lose us a couple of games this year. I wish we can get rid of Evan Ingram. I don't see us getting rid of him. Unfortunately, I don't know why. I don't know what the love is for that man. Maybe we can trade him for somebody. That's why, the funny thing is we did sign that Toliolo, right? A third-string tight end. And the reason why I find that significant is because under a Jason Garrett offense, he likes to run the jumbo package a lot. If you remember how when Jason Garrett was offensive coordinator and he kind of went into coaching, he still had an influence on the way the offense run the team. Mr. Butterfingers, yeah, facts. Yeah, thanks guys for hanging out. What was I saying? Yes, jumbo packages. So he loves to run that, right? And everybody calls Dr. Garrett, right? Dr. Garrett, that's a joke we have for him. His offense is grat from that idiot that was trying to troll Tana. But it's important that we have blocking tight ends more than catching tight ends. So Ingram can't block to save his life. He's getting better at it. He can't catch. So he's tall and he can run. So they're like, all right, let's make him a red zone target. How many times Daniel Jones threw to him in the end zone? Why is that? His route running is horrible. And he can't be trusted. You know, it's like, in order for Evan Ingram to make a catch, you got to throw a pass where it's almost impossible to catch. He makes this so that's basically Daniel Jones has to take a chance of throwing a pick every single pass that they want to run, that they want to play, they want to run for Ingram, just to hope that Ingram makes a spectacular catch. It's not sensible. It doesn't make any. It doesn't. It's counterproductive. You know. So maybe being that he got the Pro Bowl this year, how did he even get the Pro Bowl? That gave me a headache. I still have a headache thinking about it. Evan Ingram Pro Bowl, maybe it's good to have, maybe it's good to have him as a trade asset going forward. But I like Caden Smith out there. I like Tolio. Those guys can block. Maybe we can draft a tight end, but it's not popular. I think we should, within the first 2 rounds, get a guard or a tackle. Somebody to replace Zeitler. Tina was mentioning earlier to move Gates over. I love Nick Gates. I love the way he fights. It's awesome. So if Gates can play guard and we can slide him over and we can find a center somewhere in the 3rd or 4th round, great. Let's do it. You know, I just I just gotta trust the process and hope that they make their best decision going forward. Let's not keep making the same mistakes. Now, career giants, right? I think I was talking with Tina in the chat the other day, and I was saying how I want Leo to be a career giant. If he continues to play this way as a tackle, I don't have an issue with him being a career giant if we can afford to keep him. I also don't have an issue with Saquon Barkley being a career giant if he stays healthy. It's kind of tough. But like I said, that's why I like Gettleman. Like, everyone was hating on Gettleman and the Giants picking him up, but he loves those hog mollies. He loves those guys on the front lines. He builds those first. You got to build in and then build out. So if we're missing pieces and we have holes on the line, we need to fill those holes first before any skills positions, because somebody's going to get hurt, and they are the shield. So when the Giants block well, you know, Daniel Jones does have time to get to these other receivers. You know, we have some guys that. It's funny how Tampa had Tom Brady had a really big influence on Tampa and the way they ran the team. Bruce Arians said it himself. He's the coach. I just stepped back. So let me see. If you don't get a signing guard free agency, we need to draft a center. Yeah. You're right. That's facts. That's facts, Diehard. That's definitely, you're right about that. We do need to do something. So what did Tom Brady do? He got a bunch of guys coming over from other teams that were cast-offs, right? So didn't we get a wide receiver from San Francisco? Was it Pettis? Was he a cast-off for San Francisco? Am I right? If so, like, he made a couple good catches already so far. So we can slide him into the rotation. But we got to get those guys. We got to get our teams up. And that's pretty much what I have so far. And this is my first stream. I got Diehard. I had Tina pop in. Thank you guys. That's pretty awesome. Appreciate the support. I want to build this channel. Maybe one day, Tina and Bad Dog maybe will have me on their show. That'll be pretty cool. And we can talk about, you know, the Giants. We can talk Knicks, whatever. I just like to hone in this skill. This is all brand new to me. I've always been a camera shy person. So that's where we're at. I can't wait for the Knicks tomorrow. This Giants offseason is going to be hell. So they're probably going to make a lot of moves that we don't like. So let's see. I think we are out of here. All right. So earlier, Tina said we need Jones to step up this year. I think he will. Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. All right, guys, this is going to be a short stream. I am going to be getting out of here in a couple of minutes. This was my first live. I do appreciate all of you coming on here. I know it's just a few of us, but you got to get started somewhere, right? So I had no haters pop in. I guess they're a little scared. I mean, maybe, you know, I get more subscribers, and maybe when the stream becomes more popular, I'll get some haters in there I can talk junk to. Take a 7th. Yes, yes. All right, guys. This is short and sweet. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you for popping on. You guys are awesome. And I'm gonna upload a couple of videos in the next couple of days. I might go live on Friday and to talk about the Knicks that happened the day before. I'll let Tammy to do his thing on Thursday. And Knicks Fan TV, he also has his thing that goes on Thursday, so it's real busy. So maybe I'll pop on Friday to recap what happened the day before with the Knicks and Bucks. All right, gentlemen and ladies, Pistol Pete's out of here. Got 2 guns up for all your haters, and I'm out. Thank you for showing up. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Peace.